Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. It's the weekend. I am supposed to have a lot of time for gaming, which I do still have some time, but it's so annoying. Like my whole Saturday, I was just crashed out on the bank, on the couch. I don't know, from a week of work. It just totally drains my battery. So it's now after 10 p.m. On the Saturday night. So, but I thought I do have to boot up a game at least. And I thought let's do some relaxing races in GT7. Nothing too crazy. Of course, we are driving on the hardest difficulty level with no assists, but I'm not going to do any license tests or anything. We were just doing races that we didn't do yet, and then here, like this one. Races in beginner regular cars like these. That is what I enjoy quite a lot more than in race cars. So let's see about this one. Alright, that Abarth 595. I would like to have that car. 350 pp. Do I have that Abarth? Yes, I think I do, but that one is way down on the pp. But yeah, the other ones are also super low, like a Volkswagen Beetle. The Samba bus. Yeah, so I'm going to go with this one. Brand Hatch. Indy circuit, so that's I think shorter version of Brand Hatch. Ah, cool. The weather is also different than before. It really gives it a different vibe. Alright, Citroën DS, Giulia Sprint will be fast, the DS, what's that? Yes, there are multiple DS's. The number one place car, that is like the big Citroën DS. Damn it, can I? Here. Volkswagen Beetle, Giulia Alfa Romeo, another DS, a Mini Cooper, an A112 Abarth. Samba bus, and our 595 SS 30 horsepowers we have under the right panel. Ah, that's cool. These cars indeed have like the rear engine hatch open for a little bit more cooling and probably maybe aerodynamics. I don't know. This is super funny. I will never make it. But man, this is fun. I cannot imagine that I have any chance against, although, yeah, it's not like they're totally running away, but in one of the recent episodes we drove in that car that you see. Ah, wait, it's indeed a different track. Alright, I am gaining a little bit in this corner, but the car that you see in front, that's I think also a Fiat, and that one felt way quicker than what we're driving now. I was not aware that this car, it feels really super low revving. I was expecting it to be higher revving. Oh, I should have pressed the brake pedal more. Alright, I think if we get all the corners exactly right, that we can actually gain places. Although the first place car, these are really quicker. And the first place cars, they're really way front. And I think that it's actually that Samba bus. I'm not sure whether it's a DS or the Samba. No, I don't think the Samba bus is on the field. No, but they're way quicker. So yeah, this is not going to work, I think. So we could buy another car. But yeah, that's, again, I really dislike the whole setup of the game. There's too many cars, it's too superficial. I just now buy another car and then try at it. You don't have to look in like you had to in GT3 and GT4. Really make the best of the car that you have and then actually creating a bond with that car. So I don't want to now just use a different car. But I also don't want to tune it because it feels like cheating tuning. Alright, let's try a couple more times whether it is possible if I take it. I'm really not focused. What the hell? I thought that was the intro of the next race, but that was just a replay. Right, now we are against a Samba bus, so that's good. That one is also extremely slow, I guess. Wow. What the hell am I doing? Wow. Is my steering wheel going crazy? I'm not pressing anything. And I'm getting booted out of the game. What the hell? Right, is there a button that is sticking? Yeah, I think it was the, there's a button on the steering wheel. Fuck me. I was not aware that the brakes... If there's one thing I would expect with this car... It is that it's super light and has good brakes, but it actually very easily... Oh my god. My god. Yeah, it's actually, it drives really bad, I have to say. It feels like it's on ice. It's really easy to look up the brakes, really easy to spin the car around. Well, you would expect it doesn't weigh anything. It's really hard to gauge how much you have to brake, because it feels like you're almost standing still already. this corner I'm taking totally wrong. No, I'm not gonna do this. This is not fun. I really was thinking this car would be a hood to drive. Super light. Only 30 horsepower, but because it's such a small car, still quite powerful, but nope. Oh wow, why am I clicking out of it now? Yeah, you see, we were really quite low compared to this car, for example. Almost half the performance points. Yeah, so that's Citroën DS. I wonder. Now we cannot buy that car in a regular new dealer because I think that only has cars from 2001. So I don't know if that's a legendary car. By the way, I saw one new car here. This one looks really pretty epic. Yeah, again, I'm not gonna just buy cars for the sake of buying them. I want to have a reason to own them, and again, it's almost a reason for me to stop playing. How they booked the whole career sense of progression. It's simply not there. It are just separate races. It's super superficial. There's no way to grind in and tweak your car, make it as fast as possible, buy the next best level car. It is so boring, this. Extremely boring. How could they fuck that up? Seriously, I'm getting pissed even thinking about it. Right, we have that Giulia Sprint 344. We don't see that DS, which I doubt will be here. Yeah, let's just go with the Giulia. If you're in the market for an Alpha, may I suggest something from the 1960s Giulia series. Giulia Sprint GTs in particular have long been coveted as small coupe masterpieces. They combine a light compact body with Alfa Romeo's sports double overhead cam engine. Design-wise, they are genuine works of art. Naturally, they were penned by Giorgetto Giugiaro, then working for the legendary Italian studio Bertoni. The Veloce is a slightly powered up version of its GT siblings. But that's also the thing. Now this race will probably be super easy. So it is either undoable or it is super easy. Man, it's such a pity there's not a real career. I cannot get over that fact. No matter how good the game looks, how good the driving physics are, etc. It's such a pity. This is what I mean. We're now so much faster. Oh fucking hell, man. These cars, they just do not brake. How can those Samba buses be all up front? And how is there... I don't even know what the regulations are, but that GTI seems quite a lot faster than, and also newer than all the other cars on the grid. Right, it's all about that DS. It's somehow a super heavy car, I think. Somehow is super fast. Last corner, I'm really screwing it up all the time. And that's also, I think, one thing that Forza Horizon does so much better. Why not put real license plates on the cars? It makes it feel so much more authentic. Instead of that stupid license plate on the DS, which said Citroën, why not just put a French license plate on there? That are really mind-boggling things. There's so much attention to detail, and then you just don't put license plates on the cars. It's mental. I don't know which car now is in front. It is... Oh my god. Oh! Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell, man. Sorry, I'm quite annoyed. Much braking. Sound in this car, honestly, not the best. Not what I would expect from an old Alfa Romeo. Idea why I was shifting down there. Nice. I thought he would catch me on the insides, but he didn't. Alright, I got lucky there. In the pockets. Really, if they would have put license plates on these cars, it would feel so much more authentic. Especially if you could select the country that you want on it. It's really not hard to do, just some extra textures. Why is that GTI not way faster than everything else? Alright, in the pocket. Let's see what else we have here. And am I having fun? Yeah, I am having fun looking at those, the cool setup of the races, like those replays. How often do you see, it's almost photorealistic, so it's just even fun to watch the replay as a reward, so to say. But am I having fun with the career? No, not at all. It feels so disconnected, just doing random races. Yes, in GT3 and GT4 you also had separate races, but still you had more sense of cohesion, more sense of working towards something. Such a shame. I'm now just ticking boxes. What is it? European cars, road cars, 400 pp. Yeah, but they were all quite newer cars, right? Yeah. Probably that RCZ will be way quicker. I remember that from when playing GT7 a long time ago. Racing against it on that Saint Croix circuit, and it was really quick. Oh my god, it's why, if you have a suggested PP level, why do you do cars here that are twice the PP? Just do suggested cars, not all the cars. Alright, this one is way over 400 suggestion. Right, I can go with this one just to drive it, but it all, yeah, sorry, I'm repeating myself, but it feels so superficial. I'm driving it now for 1 second, not getting any connection with the car, and then up, another race, another car, and it is literally for Gen Z, this game, with an attention span of 20 seconds. And this is also what I mean, now just finding a car is such a chore because you have to go through all the dealers. You cannot go into the new car dealership and just filter everything on a certain performance point. No, you have to click 50 car brands. It is mind-blowing. Yeah, sorry, I'm just really annoyed. This, I didn't wake up with a good mood after my crash out today from a week working. We could try this one, but I'm sure we will totally be roasted by that Peugeot RCZ or something. But there really is no use. Oh my god, fuck this music, man. Also in this game. Gran Turismo used to have cool tunes, and there's some good music in this game. But like ghetto hood music from Paris, fuck that shit. Or maybe this is not a rap music, I don't know. But it just doesn't fit Gran Turismo in my view whatsoever. I'm just pissed that everything in society goes down the drain. Everything. Music, games, cars, general intelligence, everything deteriorates. Right, so this is that car and this is 427. Oh my god, why is there no build year anywhere? Mind-blowing. Why wouldn't you put a build year here? Why do you put so much time and effort wasted on retarded fictional Vision GT cars in a game that is supposed to be about realism? It takes you totally out of the immersion, at least it does me. Sorry, I'm just fucking annoyed. Alright, so we're looking for something around 425. I don't want to have a car that is... I want to at least stay under the performance points of the seemingly fastest car on the grid. Because otherwise it's just too easy, it is too superficial. Here, what kind of retarded car is this, man? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, I will probably just use that one. I already have it in the garage. Modern Mini, I find the design is cool, but the people that drive it in Europe, that's for me a reason not to like the car. It are two fake fake people that drive this car in real life. At least used to be when it came out. Like marketeers, salespeople, just scammy people. Why is the coupe not in this game? That's also one of the reasons I bought Forza Horizon 6. The Z4M coupe is in there. Here, you're just looking for a car and opening up stuff. It takes forever. It should be the other way around. The racing and building a relationship with your car, that should take time. But finding the car in the menus should go quickly. Here it's the other way around. Finding the car in the menus takes forever. And then you race 2 minutes with it. And then whoop, you are back in the menu trying to find some other car for another single race. All disconnected, all very brief, all very superficial. It is mind-boggling how big of a step they took back compared to GT3, 4 and 5. Absolute peak retardation. Right, there really are not that many cars that you can use for this one. I'm just going with that Fiat. But the thing is, I think I already drove that Fiat earlier and I do want to mix it up a bit. Because otherwise you will just be buying cars just to complete your collection and never driving them. Oh shit, this is also the sprint circuit. Why not the full circuit? What car is all the way up front? Never make it. moody. Oh my god, I always steer in late in that corner. Oh wait, there are still cars before. Only 3 laps. Right, I'm not having a lot of fun. It feels like just ticking boxes, these races. Well, I'm glad that there are more regular cars than when the game released it were only GT cars. But it's just missing that whole career component, the fun. Yeah, it's hard to say, but it had like a genuine, innocent, just fun level. The game, which it lost. Became the soul. The soul is gone. And again, fucking that one up. Fucking so hard, man. Fuck it so hard, man. Again, it's an easy corner to take, but I always go in too late. Oh my god. Alright, I have no idea how in this car I could break out the rear. I did. Oh my god. Yeah, am I even uploading this footage? I'm so frustrated. For no reason. Yeah, for many small reasons, but not one. Not even only to do with the game. Fucking hell, understeer. Fuck understeer. I mean, how is this even fun? That car up in front. What do you want me to do? He is so far in front. So either there will be some huge rubber banding, otherwise there's just no way to catch him. I do have to say they did a much better job with Sophie AI. That is, again, amazing. I did one race or two, and it really was fun. There was not like one car that was super fast. They all had to abide by the same physics rules that the player does. That the player has to abide by. But it's only for, again, custom races. So this game, it is fun if you just want to make a custom race. But if you want a career progression and actually a bit of an experience and sense of accomplishment, then this is not where it's at. Oh my god, why am I fucking shifting down when it's not needed? Alright, so there's just way a lot of rubber banding going on. In the final lap, the first place car just holds back. Again, it could all be... Yeah, maybe I'm over complaining, I don't know. Because of course you also do this to get money and then buy cars. But there's no career. The menu books are just pure retardation. The missions are maybe cool. Of course, the license tests are super cool. But what is there to do for the rest? Nothing. Just random separate races. There's no sense of like, oh, you won the world championship or anything. I'm just thoroughly annoyed by that. Seriously. Because it is so easy to not make that mistake that they did. Why would you ship a mainline GT title without a proper career mode? You already built the whole game. You built the cars, you built the physics. How hard is it to just tack in, make a structure, make it cool, make it challenging with the limitations on the cars and on the tracks per race? So that players have to really make a choice of what car do I buy and what do I upgrade, and then can I also include a sell feature. It was all core of the experience. Selling cars, then oh shit, I sold it for a little bit, but at least I have that money so I can buy a turbo for that other car, and with that car I can win that, and then I can get a prize car, and then I can enter the next race. That was the experience, and they just did not include it. I mean, how retarded can you be? Seriously, are you kidding me? I mean, the game looks amazing, and also that they put more stuff in post-launch. I think that's very good to keep the momentum going. But many of these regular cars should have been included at launch instead of all that ridiculously boring GT crap. Alright, maybe we can just as well do all the races per track, because now I know the track quite well. Maybe that's also not fun, but if I now constantly do different tracks, I have to relearn all the braking points, etc. each time. But no, I find these races so boring in these cars. This one could be, this one is better. Ah, there's another Sunday Cup. Also, why do they have Sunday Cups random here? And then one all at the end. Yeah, it's probably order of release or something, but... By the way, there was one thing I wanted to check out. Can we indeed make this... GT Sophie totally... custom? Alright, so one make makes it, of course, most fair. Here, so I do think you can, but it takes forever. You have to find 20 cars. And my garage is also, why can I only pick from my garage, not from all the, yeah, okay. Can imagine, but if you don't drive it yourself, why can't you pick AI cars from all the cars in the game? You can only pick it from your garage now. Right, I don't like modern crap. Every car after 2010, 2015 is for me non-existent. Alright, all these cars, I don't think they're all below because they just don't have a build year, which is also retarded. There is so much retardation in this game. I wanted to, you can make a super cool race with AI probably, Sophie AI, because that really makes a huge difference in the feel of the competition, but It takes forever to make a real balanced grid and not with some cars that are way faster. Because they are all quite different in PP. Here, if you would make an American race with this one, 450, this one, and this one, then this car, unless you take it yourself, but will probably win. It's 50 performance points more. So yeah, how do you go about that? Now, or these are actually 460. Alright, I don't have that many of these cars, but I'm gonna make a lineup with Japanese cars. We are going to make a 90s lineup. Starting with that one. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. That one. That one. Alright, so I'm going up in the performance points, but I'm putting the cars that are faster at the back. But now I think I'm reaching the plateau. Ah no, we can still have a few more. Now let's just fill it up with some slower cars. But also from the same era. So we started, I think, over here. Now let's just put another Integra in there. We started with the Integra, right? Yeah, over there. Alright, 3 more cars to go. Yeah, wait. I'm gonna make it. It feels a bit like a Japanese race. In Japan, on the Tokyo Drift, they also sometimes have like European cars, like Ferraris or a weird Mercedes in there. Then maybe also change this one. We want only unique cars. Oh, fuck me. Which car did I now replace? I think that second Integra. Yeah, it is maybe fun to put some real fast cars all at the back. Yes, we're gonna put some really quick cars at the back. Compared to the rest, at least, it's fast. Alright, this is a pretty cool field, I would have to say, although I don't know why all these cars basically have the same colors. Black, white or red. It's a bit weird. But then the question is, what car are we going to drive? Alright, we're gonna sure save this. Brent. Custom. The grid. Alright, now only we need to change our own car. Alright, we will be starting in 10th place, so in the middle of the pack. And let's also take a car that is actually really, this is that I think Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I really find that actually such a cool car. Don't know why it's called GTO twin turbo here, but I'm going to go with that one. maybe once we're at it, we're gonna make this the main race of the episode anyways. Let's hardly do tuning or anything. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more hours. So we're gonna put a sport air filter. And a sport silencer. Why can't we put racing stuff on here? Oh wait, we can. Let's go here. But this is fine, we're not gonna overdo it. And we also want to lower the car. And maybe weight reduction stage 1. No, that is too overpowered. I would really like to lower the car if that's possible. If you want to upgrade your suspension, this kit is a big step in the right direction. It comes with its own customized spring and will reduce your ride height a little bit as well. Suspension tuning is a good way of getting the best out of your tires. Reducing a car's ride height lowers its center of gravity. This in turn reduces the amount of load shifting that occurs when the car is being driven. This means that the load on the inner tires is less likely to be displaced when cornering. In other words, all 4 tires will remain firmly on the ground, allowing you to make full use of their grip. That's actually quite interesting description. I never thought of it that way, with lowering the car. I knew center of gravity, but of course it also reduces body roll. And reduced body roll reduces tire load changes, I guess. Right, do we have one that is fully customizable? By the way, it's fine as it is. So we have some minor tweaks, and then we're gonna put some wheels on it and color. We're gonna paint it. On this tutorial, you can use the save style option to save your car customizations to my library. Alternatively, you can use the load style option to bring up saved styles. You can view all the styles you've saved to my library by going to the showcase, which is outside this shop. Showcase will also allow you to share your styles with drivers from all over the world. If there's a style you like in the showcase, simply add it to your collection and you can apply it to your cars. We have all kinds of custom parts even. I don't want to make it too crazy, but this is quite... Yeah, that's too much. We're going for a very small tune, and these spoilers are not that in your face. Just gonna go for slight tune up. Man, I would like a car like this in real life, honestly. These 90s Japanese cars are really the best. Can you put number plates? License. Plate. Here, at least that car has a license plate. I don't like the wing, but I do like the license plate. What else did he change? Besides wheels. Now we are gonna make it, keep it our own car. Anywho, here, GT Auto. Number plates. They're all fake. Why don't I see the number plates? We just put them on there, right? Here, this is also LED lighting. It's something that totally messed up modern societies compared to the much more natural lighting from before. It's also retarded. Wow. Why can't we see it on our own car? They can be used in the livery editor. What about using real colors here? Alright, I find this one actually pretty okay. It's a Mitsubishi color as well, so we are all good. paint all indeed. I just did that, right? Oh my god. Alright, let's check some wheels. We are going to go for wheels. Oh my god, can we also... How do you change the rim size? Wow, it is all very cumbersome, I have to say. Compared, I do have to say, Forza Horizon does tuning way better, more intuitive. GT7, oh. You should not even have to Google this. This should be the obvious first thing you do. How to change rim size. Why do you have to go to the livery editor to fucking paint a car? It makes no sense. Stuff like that. It is mind-blowing. Alright, so you can do it after, while you purchase them, apparently. Nope. We want that original 90s look. Here, this is all more 2000s, I think. I'm not sure, I'm only guesstimating. Man, these wheels, how ugly can you make your wheels? These looks like spare rims for when you have a flat tire to bring you home. There are not even that many rims in the game actually. Maybe I'm just spoiled. And I also like it actually, not that many, because otherwise just get, fuck me, now I don't know which, I had one in mind, but now I don't know where it is anymore. But what I wanted to say, fuck, which was it? Let's go with these. Alright, this is the offset. Let's do a bit wider. Then I was thinking, do we want to paint the rims? No, I find it pretty cool as this. I think we're good. We have a lightly tuned car, which we are going to place right in the smack of the middle of our AI Sophie grid. And then we will make it a 5-lap race, so not super long, also not super short. And then we're gonna see if we can win. I should probably have test driven the car a bit before, because I have no idea whether it actually drives fun or good. I just know that I really liked that Mitsubishi 3000 GT when I was a kid. Alright, let's do 5 laps. And I think we're good. Alright, I assume this is all still the same. Let's just go. Here we go. Let's hope that it will be a fun race. Alright, so fast cars are at the back. I'm getting bumped. Well, there is actually a penalty for bumping. But like what I now did with creating this race, it would be so nice if there would be a career with these kinds of races already baked in. Oh my god, fucking hell. This is supposed to be Sophie AI. I'm getting rammed constantly. I understand Sophie AI is very compute heavy. So then that is not in there in the game, I understand, obviously. I don't understand why that Mitsubishi really looks like exactly the same as mine. Color-wise. May just be a coincidence. But man, how is he so much faster? Wow, it's ridiculous. I don't know what's happening here. Also, the car doesn't drive as nice as I thought. Just very weirdly just loses traction and then suddenly regains it. Also, I don't remember putting 3 Mitsubishi 3000s on the grid, honestly. There's one in front, we are driving one, and there's one behind, which is way quicker somehow. Those faster cars that I put at the back. Yeah, they are really fast. They're constantly pushing. No, it's not really fun, honestly. I'm gonna change it. Normally I really want to grind in, but I'm just messing around. I'm also not that focused. I don't understand. Did I put that many 3000 GTs? I really don't remember doing that. They just all also look the same as... Alright, so we have the Toyota Supra and then the 3000 GT. And then we have a Toyota 86. So this is the Supra. And then I think we have slower cars in front, so that are all these. And then we get to that one. Ah, this one now moved up. Because these are of course my garage cars, now I understand. This is not like... I was like, okay, I tuned my car, but then the other 3000 GTs will still be stock AI cars, right? But no, it is... the grid is composed of the cars in your garage, and if you tune a car in your garage, the AI also uses that tuned car from the garage, I guess. Anywho, I really don't understand why there are suddenly 3 Mitsubishi GTOs. Alright, but anyways, yeah, or should I just stick with it? Yeah, I'm gonna give it one more try, this car. But otherwise I was thinking, but I really got overtaken quite a bit, but I will give it one more shot. Otherwise I would have, I will switch to that Porsche 911. Car has really weird dynamics, I find. And also, honestly, really bad sounds. When I played with Sophie AI on professional on Tsukuba, it was quite simple. But here it seems it's a lot harder. And also quite frustrating, because seriously, getting bumped all over the place. More so than with regular AI, it seems. Fuck it, man. Just motherfucking fuck it. I'm constantly, yes, you can say, oh, I'm over braking. It's not really an excuse for being bumped off the road this many times. I'm getting just bumped from behind. Fucking annoying. Oh my god. Yeah, and what I also don't understand, the car that we now made, it's one of the quickest of the bunch. Why are we so very, very easily, for example, overtaken by this car? Which has, yeah, almost 10 points less 10 less performance points. So I was like, I will take the Porsche, then I have a bit higher performance rating and it will all be fine. But no, it's lower performance rating than our tuned Mitsubishi. Alright, I will try the Porsche anyways. Easier to control than the Mitsubishi, but man, that reflection in the sunlight, they really overdid that. That's the only thing I don't like graphics wise. They really overdid that effect. Blinding sun. They're not kidding around, they're really quick, the AI. They're getting destroyed here. It's really embarrassing. I am not having a good time at all. I don't understand. The cars are quite the same power rating. It's not like that big of a difference, but somehow I have the feeling that I'm also driving bad, but this is really not me, like just getting a faster car and then winning, but we also put this car, I forgot, we put this car in the field as well, I think. So let's take this one ourselves. And see if they still are that quick to run away into the distance. more speed. And this feels a bit like cheating, honestly. Although there are more cars like this on the grid. And I'm really fucking up the corners, so they still take me in the corners. They are way quicker in the corners than I am. Really cool, by the way. 308 versus a Porsche 911 Turbo. I think what also maybe my problem is that I really am not braking hard enough. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that I put slower cars up front. So I'm not sure. Why there's one car with such a big lead. I just also need to learn the track better again. If you do this like, I don't know, (15-20 lap race, it can be very interesting actually. Now I'm making just too many mistakes. I'm making shifting mistakes, I'm making breakpoint mistakes. I'm just really playing bad, but it is actually really fun. I would like to win this race in indeed. The car we set out to do it in, that Mitsubishi or that other Porsche. The car I'm driving now. Yeah, and this is just infuriating. Again, I got rammed off the track. But the car that we're driving now feels slightly, not gonna lie, overpowered. can that car, how can they all be so much quicker? Yeah, it must be just my terrible driving. I don't even know what happened there. The problem is, I really have a hard time gauging the brakes. And still, oh my, okay, fuck it. Oh my god. It still feels, I don't know, that the AI is more on rails than I am. They just seem to take these corners with so much more ease than I do. Well, I have to brake, it seems just way more than the AI. And I thought that was the whole thing that Sophie AI fixed. No unfair physics model changes anymore. Oh my god. Alright, I've had it. I will continue tomorrow. Sorry, it was a fun race while it lasted. And it is winnable, at least in this car. The car feels overpowered, but I'm just making so many stupid mistakes. And again, I'm so bummed out. There's so much in this game that is to be loved, seriously. But there is no sense of career progression, nothing. I could just as well, it feels like an arcade game. I just flip some switches, make a race myself and do one race and then go home. And flip in another coin, set up another race, do another race. It feels totally disconnected. There's no soul in this game. It's such a pity because the racing is amazing. But it lacks any identity. Sorry, but I'm just so fucked up, frustrated by that. I'm just amazed how you can fuck something so integral to the game, how you can fuck it up so badly. Here, look how amazing this looks. If this would be part of a career, that would be amazing. I put a GT86 or BRZ up front, which is way quicker than the rest. I don't know why we didn't see our spinouts. But I was thinking that I was in second place when I spun out, but I was actually in third place because of that BRZ. So I thought I put lower PP cars. Up front, but that BRZ is really dominating. Here, 464. Compared to the others, it really has lower, quite lower PP rating. Anyways, tomorrow I am going to win this race, hopefully. In not the Porsche. The Porsche feels a little bit. I mean, it is all the way over here, 506. It feels a little bit too overpowered, although it handles nicely. I really have to say this GTO, it really didn't handle as well. Maybe I will go into an MR2, which seems like a nimble little car. Maybe it were also... No, I think it were GTOs. I wanted to say Sylvia Spec Rs that I saw over here. No. This car I also would like to try, but yeah, it's also quite, at least from the PP rating, but maybe it doesn't even mean that much. If that BRZ really is dominating with lower PP, it really doesn't matter whether you have 480 or 460. But what car shall we use tomorrow? I want to save the Ferraris for Ferrari specific events, something to look forward to later on. BRZ, nope. I don't really like that model of the RX-7. This one we already drove quite a bit. This one is a fun car. BMW could be an option. Yeah, I actually really would like to. I'm just going to. Try it in the GTO anyways. it handles really not that well, but I just somehow have a soft spot for that car. Anyways, that will be tomorrow. Sorry for all my ranting and raving. I'm just really, I don't know, crashed out still from a working week. Don't ask me why, but it is the case. And then today I was only seeing the negatives of the game, but the game of course also has a lot to offer. It's just a pity that there's no, it just lacks the Gran Turismo soul, in my view, or the coherence of a full Gran Turismo package. With all that focus on online, it's really not for me. It's too superficial, too disconnected. But yeah, that's all subjective. That's only my personal opinion. Guys, hope to see you in the next episode. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. Later.